not even an engine in it, but that butt sits so high. I noticed this earlier. It's like, it's supposed to be stock height, but these rear springs too stiff or something. Something's going on there. I don't know if you saw John's video when we did the body lift together, but when you're doing this side, I've welded up that hole that's right under this body mount. There's a hole in the frame, and this thing will just fall right into it. But I welded that up, so I don't have to worry about it. Pre-body lift. That's after. Pre-body lift. That's after. Pre-body lift. That's after. The body lift is done on the rear 6 bushings, and all that's left is this front. Right now I have the stock bushing with like a half a hockey puck, and I'm going to try to put the 1-inch bushings in and see if I still have the same problem I did before. Now that it's down to its tires, maybe there isn't as much. So before I had the jack stands at the front of the frame. Now that it's down on its suspension, maybe it'll work out. I don't know. Let's see. It's Sunday morning, early, like 6 a.m. I'm making some modifications to my new body mounts. Something I did was not correct. I don't know what. Doesn't really matter. That ship has sailed. But the core support is getting pushed up too far. So I need the core support to come down a little bit. And I have a 1-inch body lift on this now, and I want to basically just shave off a little bit of the front bushings, and then I can use shims to build it back up or whatever, but I just need about, I would say, a 1/4 inch of adjustment in the core support location vertically. This is what the integrated 1-inch body lift bushings look like. So again, I'm just going to shave a 1/4 inch off the top with the bandsaw. That's it. Pretty simple. I'm gonna do it to the other one too. Now that I have that done, this gap is straight, and I've got a little bit of, like, there's not stress on this, so that's exactly what I was looking for. It's interesting how everything sets everything else. This bolts to the core support, the grill bolts to core support and to the fenders. So that tells you where your core support's supposed to be. So that's sort of what I'm going to do now, is take these braces off and then use the fenders to locate the core support. So this is so frustrating. So I've got a whole bunch of shims on this side, and I'm still hitting right here. What does that mean? That means my windshield frame is not square, which makes sense because my door gap on this side is a little bigger than that side. How did I get here? Well, because I'm a rookie. But what I basically need to do is somehow pull this windshield frame cowl this way. Luckily it's metal and metal bends, but I have to do it in a controlled fashion, otherwise my door post and everything else is going to be screwed up. So, all right guys, I took some very extreme measures. Whew. Let me show you. So what is the issue? The issue is that this opening is too big. How I screwed that up after all that measuring, I don't know. But sure enough, I was like 1/2 inch too wide on that side. I have no idea. It doesn't matter, it was done. So what did I do? Well, there's too much metal welded together to actually shrink that much. So I actually just
sliced my Bronco tub, basically, right down the wheel well. And then I use ratchet straps above and underneath to pull it together. So I cut out like a 1/2 inch pie cut out. I just pulled it together. I'm gonna tack it in place and then see if the door sits right. What can I say? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Now granted, I should have shown you guys the gaps before, but there was a solid 1/2 inch gap there. And look, nice tight gap all the way around. Probably a little too tight on this side, but still pretty good. Door's sitting a little high. Might need to shim it. See, you just need to shim this a little more. It's a little tight there, but that's pretty good. And then you can see I just sort of tacked that corner in. That's a bolt. I tacked that corner in there. And then in terms of the hood, you know, with this in position, that's the right side gap. That's the left side gap. So it's, I mean, I still have the shims in that I put in. So it's shimmed out a little bit there. But, you know, given the disaster that was happening, I'm pretty happy with this. I just keep forging ahead, man. Let me show you what, oh my God. Ooh, let me show you what I'm doing. You can see now my lines are getting much better. Can you see that? I don't know. They are. Trust me. So I've got the rear quarter hung and ready, like prepped and ready to weld in. It's really awkward. You got these spot welds in here. It's really hard to get them tight, like to get it up tight. I'm sure there's techniques for it. I've obviously got some screws in there. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and weld that in. A lot of guys weld their end caps in first. I have an idea of how to do that after. I don't feel like doing that right now. So wish me luck. This weld clamp, by the way, ridiculous. I did an episode on it, but trust me, if you have any kind of a stock weld clamp, just go buy any aftermarket weld clamp. They're so much better than the crap that comes with the welder. I don't know why anybody would do that, man. Honestly, it makes zero sense that they would have this beautiful welder. It's like a pro quality welder. And such a terrible ground clamp. Oh, burn through. I guess I should set up the tripod and let you guys see what I'm doing. Okay, alright, fine. Jeez, so needy. Is that better? Note I did that left-handed. This is so cool. So cute. She's a beaut. It's a beaut. It's had deja vu. Like, I had deja vu that somebody saw my torch on the ground and like left me a comment tearing me a new one saying how if I was a real welder I would never let my torch touch the ground and it breaks the code of welders or something. It's a weird dream. Weird deja vu. So you can go ahead and burn that in. What do you think? I think it looks pretty good. It's gonna make bodywork a breeze, man. All right, guys, that's pretty good. I mean, we gotta glove down. Wow, so a lot got done today. Probably could have broken this up into a couple episodes, but I figure, whatever. So this is good. Let's talk about the season. So I think this is season 4. As soon as I do the end cap, the tail light housing. Got a lot done today, huh? Been at it since 6 in the morning. Gonna wrap it up for today, but important to know that I am almost done with season 4. So my concept for season 4 was body assembly. So, I mean, I don't know if it was originally that, but that's sort of what it's turned into. So now that I have that the quarter panel, welded in, all I have left on this side is the taillight housing and the rocker. So, and the same on the other side. So and everything else is welded except the front inner fenders. So I guess the rest of season 4 is just going to be the rocker, the taillight housing, and I'm still debating whether or not to do the inner structure because I need to put this whole thing on a rotisserie and clean up all the booger welds and anything else that happened underneath and paint it. I don't know how I'm going to paint it because it's cold. So I might have to wait till spring for that. So maybe I will just go ahead and do the inners. I'm not really sure yet. Got some travel coming up. Got a lot of family stuff coming up. Obviously the holidays. So yeah. See you next time. Matt's Garage.